Hello, everybody, and welcome to POAP Community Call number 14 on this April 13th, 2022. So glad to have everybody here. Hope you're nice and safe like I am. A lot of things to talk about this show. It's definitely jam-packed with a whole bunch of content. My name is Mr. Mojo. I am from the East Acre Core team. I am the intern for them this year, and I'm also a big POAP enthusiast. I'm joined by a whole bunch of people today. First, I would like a Superphiz. Say hello.
Hello, welcome.
We're also here with Logic Beach.
Hey everybody, good to be here.
And JENetics, you're also up here tonight. Say hello.
Hello, hello.
Also, Wizard of Hex, aka Woe, up on stage for the first time in a few shows. Welcome back, brother. Oh no, it seems like we can't hear him. Well, anyway, we have a few special guests tonight as well. When he comes back up, we have Kevster. We also have Squarific. They're going to talk about a few things, as well as Magdalena. Hello, everyone.
Did you say Magdalena?
I hope I said it correctly.
He did tear it up. He's trying.
Yes, I am trying. I definitely apologize if I just butchered your name. That is not my intention. But welcome to the show. Definitely a pleasure to have you here.
It's my fault for being foreign.
Yeah, well, no, it's
Magdalena is.
It's my fault for being
Magdalena
American.
Is not.
Anyway, so of course we use the Degen Bot to help distribute POAPs for this show. And Jen, I'm going to go ahead and toss it up to you. Do you want to go ahead and describe the Degen Bot for us?
Absolutely. Degen Bot is developed by Bankless DAO. We do have one of the Degen admins from their server down in the audience. If anybody can elevate Sir Slinky Potato to the stage. Degen had a big upgrade recently, and they are now... Hello, Slinky Potato. They... Test? Hey! So tell us...
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So Degen is now 3.0.
Yeah, so Degen had a huge update. It's something that the team has been hard at work. Major upgrade to the onboarding experience for Degen. 3.0 now uses threads, channels, and a bunch of features. We're really excited with the rollout and how everything's coming along.
Awesome. And with that upgrade, it means that you guys have your own Discord server. And a lot of us had to uninvite and then re-invite Degen to our servers, right?
Yes. So before Degen 3.0, when we were around like 2.8 or so, we had about 100 Discord servers with Degen on it. But for those Discord servers, it didn't have the Discord permissions for creating threads, for creating channels, categories, those kinds of things. So for the existing 100 Discord servers, yeah, it's likely they'll have to uninvite the bot and reinvite it. But on the plus side, with the new upgrade, there won't be a need to execute the setup command. It will just run automatically and provide a bunch of information on kind of like how Degen operates.
Awesome. And then you guys are also working on the official user guide, which is a document, so that it'll be easier to find all of the information on setting up POAPs and troubleshooting Degen as well, right?
Yeah. It is a work in progress. It's something that we want to make sure we capture every bit of important information on, like, okay, why does it need this permission to operate? What are some caveats? What are some really cool things that Degen does? All of that. But yeah, so do expect updates to the docs in the next few days or so.
Well, thank you so much for hopping on the call in the quick fast, because I know I've been harassing you over on the Degen server in the last few days. as two of my servers has had degen issues, and I know with every new launch, everybody's got to relearn the program. As everybody goes, wait, what happened to degen? Our degen, what happened? So our beloved degen that gets out the POAPs. So again, thank you so much. Helping us figure out how to use the new 3.0 degen, which is also now Discord approved. Is that what it is?
Yeah. We finally got through the verification process, and that really just allows us to extend degen past the 100 Discord cap. So yeah, we're very excited. We definitely want to keep an eye and see how the scale out of that goes. But everything
Awesome.
has been going smoothly. Yeah.
All right. So if you guys are you ready to start expanding past the 100?
Yeah. I think right now we're about 130 Discord servers. So since launch, we've had about 30 new Discord servers who's onboarded.
All right. Well, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with requests, but if you guys can hunt down the degen server through your own means, then you can definitely go out and request access to the server. But I'm not going to drop a link. You're going to have to go do the work yourselves, because I don't want to overwhelm degen team with suddenly 1,000 requests overnight. But thank you so much for jumping on the call, and we definitely will continue helping you guys work out all the bugs.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
No, definitely thank you. We absolutely love the Degen Bot to help distribute the POAP for our show. It's been so helpful. It's such a great distribution method for us. It's come in so clutch. But alright everybody, so of course we are in the community calls channel. If you want to talk to us live on the show, always in there taking questions, trying to talk to the community. But let's go ahead and dive a little bit into what's going on in POAP. So we have two special guests on here tonight. We have Kevster.eth and we have Squarific, also known as Avery. They have been developing what is called POAP Meet. This is something that we had touched on last week. Kind of gave a little bit of an introduction to it, and this week we definitely want to go more in depth. Would you like to go ahead and take the stage, Kevster and Avery? Go ahead. Let's talk about your development. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys have to say.
Thank you very much. I'll be
Kevster is having
taking.
audio problems.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. So, I'll take the word. So we've been working on an app. I'll put some screenshots in the community call. Actually, the channel. So, what we're making is basically something to show your friends and show the POAPs that you have in common with your friends, and build a social graph. So we focused on this thing, as you can see in the screenshot. You can see your friends and how they connect with each other, and here they're represented as circles. Bigger circles means more POAPs in common. There's also a way to look at. Oh, I have to wait before I can post the next screenshot. But there's also a way to see exactly what POAPs you have in common. Perfect. There's also, we've developed an app to securely sign in with a challenging thing. Here's the website. I also can't post that. So we've developed a new method to show that you own an address that you can use to log in securely without having to have your private key on your phone or anything. So that's what we've been working on. And we're very excited to bring that to the bigger community. We will be releasing very soon in the App Store. We're currently waiting for Google to review the app. And once that's done, we will be releasing to everyone.
Awesome. Do you have some sort of understanding when maybe that can actually be available to everybody? I'm sorry if you said it. I may have missed it.
We were planning on doing it before the Ether event in Amsterdam,
Oh, great.
which is I think next week.
Yes. Very excited
Uh,
for that.
So we're trying to do DevConnect. Thank you. We're trying to do it before that. So hopefully, if everything goes smoothly,
Great. Are there going to
we're
be people trying to help showcase this at DevConnect? Like, are people on the POAP team, for example, going to go around trying to talk about it and spread the word?
yeah, Kevin and me are going to go. Especially on Wednesday, we will be there. We will also be at the POAP booth. So if you're coming there, then yeah, we'll definitely give some extra advice on how to use the app, and we'll use it with you.
Amazing. So, what kind of inspiration did you have that maybe helped lead you to creating this? Like, where did you get your inspiration for the idea?
Well, POAP is inherently a social thing. It's memories, and you want to be able to show your friends the things you've done. And there currently isn't really a good way to do it. I mean, you can go to the website, but then you can't see what have you done and what have we done together, stuff like that. So, what it really started as a thing we would like to have, and from there we've thrown together some ideas. We also still have a lot of other ideas that we want to implement, but they're still secret. But yeah, basically just we thought, what would we want out of the app, and that's what we're going for.
Yeah, that's actually a very great approach. What would I want out of this? I think that's actually a very smart way to go about it. Like, what's the point of making something if you yourself may not even believe in it,
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this is so awesome. POAP Meet is something that I am definitely excited to download on my phone, see what things I have in common with others. It's definitely something where you may be surprised. Maybe you'll scan somebody's code and you'll be like, wow, we're more in common than we thought. Now, was there any kind of instance in the limited trials that you had where maybe that was the case, or did you go into those kind of thinking, okay, we're just hoping that this works?
Currently, we've done very limited testings, like you said. So personally, I've been mainly focused on developing it, so I haven't been using it a lot. But I think maybe if Kevin has some, has fixed his audio, maybe he can jump in.
I've been using it and testing, and I absolutely love it. Like, I cannot wait to kind of try it with everyone I know. In fact, I'm like looking at the local people, thinking the next time we go to lunch, we're all going to have to try this together.
Yeah.
It's just really cool for kind of getting that common background. So, and I've kind of been talking about the idea for a few months. I'm really happy to see you guys develop it.
Yeah, it's definitely something super exciting on the horizon. Really, really excited to download it on my phone and get it going. But thank you so much, Squarific, for coming on. It's upsetting that I couldn't hear Kevster's lovely voice tonight, but it's all right. Thanks for posting some screenshots in the chat, brother.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
But okay. Now that we're done seeing what's being developed within POAP, we're going to kind of take a little bit of a different direction for a moment. There's actually an announcement that Woe has come on. He would love to talk about something near and dear to him. Well, go on ahead. What do you want to talk about, brother?
Hey, and is my audio working now?
Yeah, brother, we hear you nice and clear.
Great. So the thing that I'm working on is an Ethereum conference called HodlerCon, which is happening in Hawaii that we just announced. Registration is open today. So if you go to www.hodlercon.com, you can view our website, including all the details, the events we have, and the activities that we have planned, which we hope people are going to get excited to see. Some background on the event: it actually came about from our friend Superphiz in an Ethereum Reddit community back in, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the 2018 bear market, where in the depths of the bear market, people were kind of in the, pretty down, and the community kind of came around the idea that if Ethereum ever came about and broke the all-time high, they'd plan a trip together to Hawaii. So I think there was a website with a countdown for, was it June 14th, 2021? Superphiz?
It was something like that.
Something
I
like
don't
that?
recall exactly right now. It's been a while.
Yeah, so if Ethereum broke the all-time high by that date, then then it was on, and we'd start planning it. So I think I have a POAP that I'm going to share in the community call, which let me just paste this in now. And this POAP was, I think, the first meeting for HodlerCon, where if you attended the meeting to kind of get it up and started, you would get it, which I really love the design for this POAP, and it kind of led me to get involved. I didn't actually get this POAP. I joined the planning committee a little bit later, but it definitely is a very cool POAP. So want to invite everybody on the call to check it out. If you're interested, book tickets, and you're welcome to come. We're planning on having many POAPs. There's going to be a lot of POAP collectors there. I was actually a beta tester with the POAP Meet app too, so I'm kind of excited to go there and meet other POAP collectors and share our POAPs and see what we have in common.
What's some of the events that have been planned that you're excited for?
So we have, I'll just kind of list them off. We have a reception. It's called the GM reception. We are going to make it pool party. We have a blockchain beach picnic, which is at the Kualoa Ranch, which we have a lunch at a place close by called the Secret Island. Kualoa Ranch, I'm kind of excited for. They did a lot of filming for some big movies there, like Jurassic Park and I think King Kong. We then have the Watch the Burn sunset party at Sky Waikiki, which is a rooftop bar that overlooks the island and the ocean. And then they have the merge at the Royal Hawaiian Luau, which should be a fantastic event. And then last, we have a GN brunch to kind of end the conference and send everybody off.
Awesome. And what days were that again?
So the conference is June 17th to June 26th. I don't have the exact dates for all the events at hand, but they're all on the website. So you don't have to come to everything. We kind of schedule it so to kind of work with people's schedules who want to plan vacations. And this isn't like a conference like you've been used to, where there's sessions and you go all day to learn stuff. It's more some social gatherings where people can get together and talk about Ethereum, and and also have a vacation. There's a lot of downtime planned, so people can kind of get together and do things on their own, or get together with other people in the Ethereum community.
Awesome. So it sounds like an event that people can go to, de-stress, relax, hang out with friends, talk about things that they love. Yeah, and family. Yes, that's actually a very great point. This is an event that it is highly encouraged to bring friends and family. So if you have anybody that is either into Ethereum or just Web3, or maybe you have a spouse, this is a perfect opportunity to kind of, hey, come along with me and relax and just have a great time with friends, family, earn POAPs, talk about Ethereum, talk about whatever your favorite thing is in the space. I'm definitely super excited to go, super excited to continue to talk about it in the future.
I do want to mention that bringing your spouse or family to crypto conferences is how you get them obsessed speaking from experience.
I'm gonna have to test that out.
Yeah, you actually want to talk about that story a little bit, Logic
Yeah,
Leech?
yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I hope you're listening, Britain, in the other room on your phone. But I mostly how it was in our house for sorry, I'm just gonna restart. Like, I was really obsessed with Ethereum for a long time, and I'd be like locked away in my office and just like learning stuff and building things and just acting up. And I think Britton sort of got interested when POAPs, like, I'd be like, hey, come claim this POAP. And so she started to build like a small collection of POAPs. But I think really what got her obsessed, or at least definitely more interested in the whole Ethereum space, was going to NFT NYC. We met a lot of people that I knew online and that she probably saw a few times online as well, and a lot of new friends that we met there. It was just such a cool experience. And when people from like the normal world meet people in the crypto world, people in the crypto world are just a lot more open-minded and friendly. It's just like it's sort of a culture shock kind of, and I don't know, it was such a good experience for both of us. And I love to see how it turned out. She's typing now.
Yeah.
Britson.eth has now in her name Pipe POAP because she works with POAP now. Going to these conferences is such a good way to just get more deeply involved in the space. So yeah, if you want to introduce your family to this whole space and hopefully get them more interested in it, yeah, conferences are a good way. And I'd say HodlerCon specifically because it has the added benefit of being probably like a more laid back, like, and fun experience. Not to say that any of the other events or conferences or conventions or whatever you call it, innovation festivals I've been to, they were all very fun too. But this is also in Hawaii. You can be hanging out on the beach. So there's a huge selling point. That's how you get them in. That's how you get it. That's, you'll trick them with Hawaii, and then you'll get them there, and then they'll get obsessed with ETH. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's kind of my plan too. I'm bringing my girlfriend with me to this as well, and I'm hoping that her being in the environment and around everybody will help convince her to quit Walmart like I did and join Web3. But all right.
It's the right move.
Yeah, it is the right move. But again, thanks, Wo, for talking about HodlerCon, giving a bit of an alpha dump on it. I think today was the first day we really talked about it. Release info, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
Great timing, brother. But all right. Thank you so much, Wo. Superphiz.
That's me. What's
yes,
up?
You're up on the docket, brother. So, this past week, GitPo launched. Our friend Colfax finally got his baby out into the world, and unfortunately, he was too busy to come on the show with us. But Superphiz, you have stepped up to the plate. Tell us all about the GitPo launch party, the paint party time lapse, and just the general fun and everything that we had with GitPo over this weekend.
Yeah, and so this actually, even though it's spelled POAP, it's pronounced Get Poop. It's a similar kind of idea to POAP, but yeah, Get Poop is it's at getpoop.io. That's GITPOAP.io. It is it's a really incredible idea. One of those like many of these other ideas, they're kind of at kind of the tip of the spear for things we understand. It's a culmination of open source software and POAPs. And so if you've ever contributed to GitHub, you know that it's kind of a thankless job. Like, you do get your little icon there, but GitHub contributions are generally thankless. And so what Get Poop does is it allows open source project maintainers to award Get Poops to community contributors. And right now there are a bunch of claims going on. Actually, my icons didn't load. Interesting. But you can go to getpoap.io, and if you have made contributions to the projects that are eligible, and mostly right now it's Truffle, But there are several other projects like Ethereum.org, Hard Hat, Open Zeppelin. If you've made contributions on GitHub to those projects, you may be eligible to claim a Git POAP. Now, forget that. One of my favorite features of this site is if you go on the top and find profile, you have a feature that I have been desperate for a long time, and that is the ability to show off your featured POAPs. So I'm going to show off my featured POAPs link. And so right now, we'll probably need to give Colfax a holler because, at least on my side, the Git POAP images are not loading. But it's new, it's coming around. But the featured POAPs allows you to pick your favorite POAPs and kind of pin them to the top. And that is a feature I've been looking for in POAP for a really long time, and it's really great to see it manifested here. Another thing that I want to point out while I'm rambling is if you guys know Hani Abu, he's a community member. He actually did clientdiversity.org.
It looks pretty. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you first.
No, I was actually saying something out loud. I didn't realize I was unmuted. Storming outside. My power keeps
busted. Yeah. But clientdiversity.org, developed by Hani Abu. He's now developing something that kind of tracks decentralization across all of Ethereum. And it's called Project Sunshine, and they are getting onboarded with Git POAP. And so I really look forward, one of the things I'm looking forward to is rewarding the people who hold the Project Sunshine Git POAP. And because it's brand new, because it's done, by the community, there will be a lot of opportunity to make contributions there. So yeah, Git POAP is you make contributions on GitHub, you get rewarded with a POAP. And again, my favorite feature is the featured POAPs opportunity. So even if you don't have Git POAPs, it's still really valuable to curate this featured POAPs list. Weighted distribution of Git POAPs. No, they are. So if you make a pull request on GitHub, it has to actually be accepted. You can't just spam 1,000 pull requests because the maintainer will just delete them. But if you make a valuable pull request, then you'll be eligible for the GitHub. There's no waiting to it. It is earned it or did not earn it. So I'll give just a second for other questions. And if you guys have any questions about it.
Yeah, I actually have a question for you, Superphiz. What was your criteria for your favorite POAPs, your pinned POAPs?
All of my pinned POAPs are very challenging to earn. So I have, the POAP Seed Series Investors, the Beacon Chain Genesis Depositor that costed me 32 Ether, the POAP Early Issuer, which you kind of had to be around early, the Ethereum Token Cell Participant, that's from like 2015, using Bitcoin to buy the original Ethereum Token Cell. I hosted this Ethereum 2.0 Serenity launch. The eStaker Challenge coin is very valuable to me. I love Rocket Pool. It's a great platform. And the easiest one to earn, I think, was the You've Met Superphiz in person. So these are just really, the Wagyu installer and the Beacon Chain contributors, those are just things that they're contributions I made to open source software, and I get POAPs because of them. So I'm really stoked to add more.
I'm really happy that a POAP I designed made it to your favorite.
Yeah, and Logic Beach, you actually hosted the paint party.
Which one is it, Woe?
The Rocket Pool launch.
Did you? Okay, that's awesome. I don't know why that. I remember that now, and I was going to guess that, but I thought it was on Vetica. So great. I'm glad you're on there. That's I'm really proud of my featured gallery. I can't wait. If anyone else has a featured gallery, go ahead and paste it, because I would love to see what you think are your favorite POAPs.
I might paste mine too. And since you were talking about Git POAP, I had to go find the video that I made of the Git POAP paint party and create the GIF again, because my workflow is usually like create a thing, post it, and then like delete the file off my computer. It's a bad habit, but I like a clean desktop.
The most valuable thing to learn, though, is like project organization. And that is so difficult, but it gives you that, ability to reflect later. Yeah, mine too. I'm
getting a little better at it now, since I am now working in a professional role, I've been keeping better track of like the content and stuff that I create for this role. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I wanted to share my GitPo thing.
Painting party. I also want to mention that GitPo is just the beginning. So eventually, the idea is to sort of have a GitPo collection as a bit of a unique identifier, so that someone who goes to this collection can know who you are, and maybe you're looking for a job, and maybe the job searcher, like, they're looking for people who have made the specific contributions. So building this profile can end up being very valuable. It's already very valuable to me. It's like one of my favorite things to look at. Are you going to share yours, Logic Beach? Because I'm hankering for it. There we go.
Yeah, I got it. I think there's 2 people, but that I included in here. One of them was like the I met Superphiz, and the other one was the I met Worthhalter. And if I didn't have to sign a transaction every time, I'd add a lot more. But I kept it pretty clean, pretty like exclusive. A lot of these POAP Community Call #1 I put on there. My super secret POAP, I love that design. I made that. I like drew it myself, and I've always just been sort of obsessed with doing that. What do they call that? Recursive stuff, like the POAP that was for. I released a video explaining like what a POAP was on YouTube, and that was like right at the end. I like gave out a secret word in the chat. I definitely appreciate my early issuer POAP. That'll be probably more and more like treasured by me as time goes on. A couple of the other ones are really just like events I went to in real life, or like more difficult to get. I mean, I like my ETH Staker challenge coin too, but definitely the Rocket Pool launch. That one was a big one, and I also have the James Webb Space Telescope launch. That was something I did, but that was a pretty big event for me. Like, I had been hearing about that telescope since I was a kid, and it finally launched on Christmas Day last year. So that was a really fun event to like offer a POAP for and get people to watch it with me. Yeah, ETH Denver, NFT NYC, Get POAP, and also the You Met Me and Britain POAP. That's the first one that added on there. I'm definitely, if I look back through, if I look through my stuff again, I'd probably add more.
Yeah, I'm adding the Logic Beach secret one just because I love the design and I love your stuff.
Appreciate it. Yeah. That was that one actually came from the first puzzle that I ever made, or maybe it was the second one. Oh, I'm gonna get my timeline messed up. I won't even talk about it. Basically, you had to solve some part or get clued in on how to solve it to go earn that POAP.
Who all here has Get POAPs? Personally, I got 2. If you're in the community calls chat, you can go ahead. You can put how many Get POAPs that you were able to claim if you did. Anybody in this voice chat right now want to say how many that they got?
I have 3. I'm super excited about getting the Project Sunshine one, and I think in the next week we're going to hear more about that. The trick about getting in something early is it's not so well refined. Like, you still have an opportunity to find spelling errors and make small contributions. And I hate to say spelling errors, because one of the things we really want to discourage is like low quality submissions. But sometimes a spelling error or a spelling correction is a meaningful contribution. It makes a project look more professional. So very excited about Project Sunshine right now.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Grid Plus to get their repo in the whole GitPo system. So, because I have a contribution that I haven't made to their GitHub yet, but it's like something I've been working on for a while. So I'm gonna wait until they get hooked up with GitPo before I give them what I've worked on. That's a joke.
Yeah, definitely.
Sandbagging?
Is it though? Say it again.
Yeah, I know, right? I qualify all my jokes with it might be a joke.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite moments from the Get POAP launch was on the website. Whenever you mint your POAPs, you're able to send out a tweet of, I have minted however many Get POAPs, come see my profile. It was really fun being on Twitter and seeing everybody posting their tweet like, oh, I got this many Get POAPs, and you get to look at their profile and see what they favorited. It was a very fun moment for me, just to see what everybody contributed to, and being able to be part of that. It's very special, But okay.
I'm over here claiming or working on my featured GitPo apps.
I haven't felt FOMO like I did when I had 0 GitPo apps to claim, and I need them. I haven't felt FOMO like that in a while.
But all right, everybody. Something that we love to look at every single week here on the show is the POAP Newsletter, which I'm going to go ahead and link into the community calls right now. It is such a wonderful place to learn about what's going on in the POAP ecosystem, whether it be POAP itself, projects being built on top of it, or just POAP in the world around us. And I want to talk about a few things on there, and then Jen's going to talk about some things on there as well, but the one that I wanted to highlight. So there is this project. It is called Nukes, and I hope I did pronounce that right. But Nukes, they had rose $2 million to build on-chain reputation with soulbound NFTs. And the reason why I bring this up is because POAP, they were a strong participant in the seed round for this project. So again, basically Nukes, they are an on-chain reputation builder that uses what is called a soulbound NFT to help users express who they are. And you can think of a soulbound NFT as a token that you mint it and you're not able to transfer it. If I'm not mistaken, it was Vitalik that sort of really put this out there into our brains, like, hey, maybe this is something we should really look into. How about NFTs that you mint and they're just yours forever? They kind of show who you are and things like that. Well, in this, there are different categories of soulbound NFTs, and it's not necessarily explicitly stated, but from me looking into it, it seems like if you have a POAP that is eligible, you can mint that into a soulbound NFT that is going to stay on your address. And there is a quote from this, and I'm definitely going to pronounce his last name incorrectly, because his last name is EDWS, so I'm just going to say his name is Derek Edwitz. Oh, that's like big shrug on that. Do apologize to this man for butchering his name. But he is a partner at Collab Plus Currency, which they are the people that led the seed round. He had said, quote, "For those building in the Web3 space over the last few years, it's clear that a meaningful part of our digital identity will be formed by some combination of our on-chain assets, on-chain activities, and on-chain affiliations." End quote. And I think it's actually really neat that POAP was able to get involved in this, because POAPs are also something where it is a thing that it shows your on-chain activity, or it shows your activities on-chain, and it shows the things that you're affiliated with on-chain, and it's a way to visually see a representation of yourself and your identity. What are our thoughts on something like this? I think it's really cool. Is there anything that anybody wants to add? POAP getting involved with something like this?
I think it's a really cool concept. A lot of the POAPs are about proof of attendance, and I know that they're allowed to be transferable in case you have to change wallets or stuff like that, but I think a lot of it really is about the proof that that wallet attended that event. So they're kind of like wallet bound, or they could be in that sense. So it's just a step further to say like soulbound, and I think like soulbound makes it almost seem like dark magic, and it evokes a sense of mystery and almost fantasy into the world of NFTs. I really love the wording of it.
Yeah, it's from World of Warcraft, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't really a player. I was always into RuneScape. Though on RuneScape it's called keepsaking, so in my head it's a keepsaked NFT. But yeah, I think the concept of soulbound NFTs is definitely intriguing to me, because I'm not really big in the mainstream NFT space, and any NFT that I own is either for it's usually an explicit purpose why I even own it. Whether it be it helped me do something, like, for example, I have a Buffy Corn for ETH Denver, that helps you get into certain events at ETH Denver and whatnot. or like pretty much every NFT I have, it was given to me, like my Stoner Cat or my Stable Horse NFT and things like that. And those are things I look at them and I'm like, I don't really want to sell these. Like, yeah, they're not the most, like, I don't know, like greatest thing ever, or like the most expensive thing ever. But it's like, these were given to me by people that I know, who I like and respect, and I plan to keep them. I don't plan to sell them. So them being soulbound would just be something like, sure, I can do that. Why not? It's just something that I think is really neat, and it can be an extension of your digital identity. But Jen, you had something else or I should say a few things that you wanted to talk about that was in the newsletter. I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to you. So what intrigued you from the newsletter this week?
Yeah, so I kind of clumped them all together, and I'm going to call it kind of like the highbrow world, the academic world, the collegiate world, all seem to drop some POAPs recently, and here's my pasted link with 3 of them. So 2 collegiate and 1 Museum of Fine Arts dropped some POAPs. And so we've got Harvard dropped a Harvard-wide blockchain conference POAP, Berklee College of Music dropped a POAP, and a museum in Copenhagen, Denmark dropped a POAP. So I think it's really cool that institutions of education or fine arts are recognizing POAPs as not just like silly little cheap NFTs on the sidechain, but legit things that people want, desire, and are worth having. I mean, Harvard, for goodness sakes, y'all. Berkeley. If that doesn't elevate the level of POAP in people's minds, we've got the beauty industry, we've got fashion industry, and now we have academia all up in our business, which in my world is a good thing.
I just wanted to mention that I've been to a few of these like conferences in academia, and they give out awards for like best presentation and like research stuff. And if they're not giving out POAPs as these awards within the next 5 years, I'll be very disappointed. It will happen.
Yes. Also, if you guys want to look at the artist that this POAP was attached to, I've also included the website that has their work. It's absolutely beautiful. They took some Greek-esque work from like Greek, what is the word? Like Olympic statues that were normally men. They turned it into women. And then they were like little miniature figures, and then they took photographs of them close up and blew them up on the walls. And it's absolutely beautiful. And then the POAP is super, super simple. It's just of the woman's face. And it's just beautiful. So, are my first 2 links the same? Let me go to the... Boop, boop. I'll have to find the other link. But yes, let me find the other link from the thingamajigger. Anyway, so that was the collegiate thing. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was POGs and POAPs are returning. So we did it at NFT or at ETH Denver. A lot of you managed to collect them in person if you got to go. A lot of you heard about it from Tap, the man, the legend. But we are going to be back this time at NFT NYC. And I'm going to be repping POAPathon this time at the event live. So we are looking for sponsors to help us get there. And so we have our documents that I can drop for organizations that would like to sponsor us. And let me get that copy. Pow. If you cannot be there in person this year to collect the POGs and POAPs in person, we have another way that you can help support the POAPathon community and get some of the merch into your hands, and that is a t-shirt. So Ultrasound Merch has this shirt. 12% of the cost of the shirt goes back to the POAPathon community to help us either make POGs and POAPs or pay all of us that are what we like to call freelancers over there making the POAPathon ship stay afloat. So if you guys have any questions about having sponsorship spots for that, you can always let me know.
What kind of things can you get with a sponsorship?
Absolutely. So with a sponsorship, we have 4 different tiers. They go from a friend, which gets you a few POGs in a pack, physical POGs in a pack. You can be I'm looking at my sponsorship tiers here in my document. Boop, clicking, scrolling. Oh, an individual gets you 100 POGs in distributed throughout the packs. A friend gives you 250. A Degen gives you 500 POGs and 100 slammers, so randomly put throughout the packs. And then a whale gets you 1,000 POGs and 200 slammers. So if you guys aren't familiar with POGs, they were a game played by elementary school kids in the 90s, and POAPs kind of look like the digital version of them, or maybe POAPs look like POGs, POGs look like POAPs, you know, which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's a debate that will go down in the history books. But what's really important is that you can hold like a cardboard disc that looks like a POAP in your hand. And these discs will be handed out to the people at NFT NYC, and they will have information about your community in their hands. And that's the really important thing. The people that go to these conferences are a whole different breed of people. As you know, the tickets to get into NFT NYC are $600. So if you want those kind of people to learn about your community, that's important. And then once the POGs and POAPs are distributed, they also have a chance to become minted on the blockchain to become cryptogs. And cryptogs will be launching very, very soon. Our developers, I should say, are working very, very hard to make those, the game, a reality. So soon you will be able to play with your POGs through a browser game. And I'm not sure how exactly the mechanics will work, but I know that you'll be able to like play against each other like a game of POGs.
So obviously, like if you knew a timeline, you would say it. Are we thinking days, weeks, or months on that, on Cryptogs to launch? Because I've been kind of excited about it.
I've been excited too.
Okay,
And,
no, that's fine. It's not fair to pressure. No, I withdraw the question.
Yes, no. I think if I were to like be like, at this time, I think our dev would come and drive to Texas and light my house on fire. So
I didn't know if there was like an internal launch planned or if it's still in development. So clearly it's still in development. I'm not trying to pressure anybody.
It is, but I know that it will be very, very, very soon. It will be out before NFT NYC. I can say that. In fact, we'll be moving to like phase 2 at NFT NYC. I just don't know when the game will be like what we're calling quote unquote beta phase.
I love your out because anytime you make one of those predictions, like
yeah, all hail break loose.
All hail.
All hail. Yeah. So yeah, those were my 2 updates. I'll still try to find the one link to the other collegiate POAP.
All right, yeah, that's great stuff. Definitely a wonderful opportunity for people to get the word out there that their project exists. Go ahead. It's in the community calls channel if you need any information to sponsor a POG pack at I can never say this right. It's NFT NYC, right? It's not NYC NFT. It's NFT NYC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes. Anyway. Yeah. No. Anyway. Thank you so much for the information on that, Jen. Is there
Definitely.
is there any kind of limit to the amount of people that can be in every sponsorship category?
We do have a limit, but at the moment, we still have plenty of room. So
Excellent.
we've had a lot of interest, but we're not saying those spots have been confirmed until the money has hit our wallet.
So opportunity is still available.
Yes.
Excellent.
First come, first get. So
amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jen.
Yes, definitely.
All right, everybody. So it looks like this is pretty much going to be the last portion of our show. It is the weekly POAP Spotlight. And I'm actually going to be the one who's talking about it. Sorry if you hear any thunder in the background. It's starting to storm outside now. So, but anyway, this week, I actually want to spotlight something that I'm involved with a little bit. It is going to be a lot of the POAPs that we are going to have available at the ETH Staker staking gathering. So I'm going to go ahead. I made something to showcase this. Give me one moment to get it into chat. Let's see here. Which one is it going to be? I believe I'm going to give this one. Hopefully that works. Oh no, it's blank. Oh no. Oh no, there it goes. Awesome. All right, so we have what I am showing in the chat right now are actually the sponsors. But I do have a whole spiel because I'm trying to use this as promotion for our event as well. So double dip in here a little bit, everybody. But anyway, ETH Staker is hosting a staking gathering at DevConnect. It is in the Felix Mertis, hopefully I said that right, in Amsterdam, and it's from April 19th through the 21st. And this is going to be a place that you can go whether you're new to staking or you know everything about it. It doesn't matter. Everybody is welcome. So the first 2 days are going to be more for things like talks and roundtables, but we're also going to have a third day. It's going to be more focused on an open source Ethereum staking hackathon. So a few things that are going to be on top of that. If you do show up to this event, all 3 days we're going to be providing lunch for everybody. We have Wi-Fi available, and of course, there's going to be a ton of POAPs that you can get, including a booth where you can go up there. You can have a POAP made for yourself. You know, you can have I met whoever you are POAP made for you in person, up and running. From my understanding, that sounds like something that you should probably get in line for, if I'm going to be honest. But we actually decided that we were going to open up one last opportunity to buy a ticket because we had sold out, and the Ethereum Foundation, they had wanted us to get more people. So we have opened up 80 more slots for this event, and they are $100 USD each. The last that I looked, we had sold 20 more, so we have about 60 left. And we really do not want you to miss out on this. But anyway, for today's showcase, I wanted, again, to show off the POAPs that you can earn if you come to the event and you interact with our sponsors. So in order, we have Lido, Beacon Chain, Attestant, Obol, SSV Network, GitPo and Rocket Pool. So if you are looking forward to earning POAPs from the people that are coming up, POAPs for showing up to the event, POAPs for meeting people on the ETH Staker team, POAPs for people who are part of the community that just give out POAPs, you want to meet people who are on the POAP team themselves, this is definitely the place that you want to go. I have a few special shout outs that I want to give. First, I want to give a shout out to Unvetica for actually creating these POAPs. And then special shout outs to the ETH Staker team, that being Sam, Lamboshi, Buddha, Remy, and Colfax. They all worked super hard getting this all set up and going. Definitely so excited to see them again in person and just earn a bunch of POAPs for meeting people in the staking community, friends, members, whoever. You know, I'm just so excited to be able to go and experience Amsterdam too. It seems fun and exciting. Is there anybody else here that's going to DevConnect in Amsterdam?
No, but I know people who live close to Amsterdam, so I should definitely message them.
In the community calls chat, I went ahead and put a link to look at the information for our event. You can also buy tickets from there. At the very bottom is our hackathon. Definitely need people to sign up for that. There is 10,000 USDC up for grabs. So if you are able to come up with a project that has any kind of demonstrable feature that can be useful in the Ethereum staking community. Actually, I don't even think it has to be Ethereum, but I think we're more so leaning towards wanting it to be Ethereum based. But yeah, if you have anything that you feel like you could build in a day and could be helpful to the community, definitely sign up. You could win plenty of money and prizes. But all right, everybody, we're getting close to the end of the hour. Is there anything that anybody would like to talk about before we hop off? All right. I guess it seems that we're going to go ahead and close up the show. So let me describe to you how to claim your POAP for this show.
Do you want me to go ahead and end the
Sure,
bot?
yes.
Right now? Yep.
All right, everybody. So here's what you're going to want to do. You are going to go over to the POAP Claim channel here in this Discord server. That is the channel that is under the community calls, or at least on my screen, it's under the community calls. But you're going to go to that channel. You're going to type the / button. That is the button that's next to your right shift, and it has a question mark on top of it. So you're going to press that, and you're going to type in the word claim. That is CLAIM. And you will hit the enter button. Degen Bot will then give you a message saying that you claimed your POAP and that you need to click this link to claim it, and you will claim your POAP as normal, whether that's with an email address, your public key, or using an ENS domain. However you do it, personally, I always put in my ENS domain, mrmojo.eth, so hey, I'm always good to go. But you will go again to POAP Claim, type / claim, and you will get your POAP. If you happen to not get a code the first time you type it, wait a few seconds and try again. Sometimes when Degen is overwhelmed, it'll be a little slow. We do have a new version of Degen, so I'm not sure if that's still really something that's prominent, but just in case, I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. But all right, everybody, hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. I know I definitely did. So much information given out today. Definitely a jam-packed agenda. This is going to be a goodbye from me. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody say their goodbyes for the show. But as for me, thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you next week.
It's been real. See you guys next week.